and he started getting flustered, and
right,
he started
You're a white dude?
yeah, of course. The worst part is this though, but this is the worst part though. Is that dude that you guys talk about? He listens to hip hop.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't understand how, and it's not that white. It's not that white guys. Any person that listens to hip hop.
No, you're right. The white dudes who listen to hip hop sometimes are the most racist dudes I know, and they don't even realize it. Is the sad part.
They're hypocritical.
No, my hero is black. Yeah, but it's like but things like I have black friends.
But half the shit you listen to, if you listen to Wu-Tang, you listen to Biggie,
they don't
whoever.
listen to it for that.
I know that.
They don't know what the 5%ers are.
Yeah.
They don't know what.
Yeah. And they don't care.
God?
And I get it why they don't care, but
no, which is why I always trip the fuck out when you have these hip hop heads who are anti-Islam, and it's like, come on, motherfucker. I like Dave Chappelle, okay, but fuck Muslims, huh? You know, Dave Chappelle's a hardcore Muslim, right? You know what I'm saying? So
like, they don't
it's
know,
a war.
And it's not even that, but just in general, it's like, why do you partake in something that goes against what you really believe in?
Yeah.
You believe in this ideology. How the fuck do you take this
most people in the Western world don't actually have beliefs.
Yeah.
They learn beliefs and believe that that's how they have to be as a human.
But it's almost
that's why I'm an open book and I don't give a fuck. To me,
it's like living a double life.
I don't know what is right and what is wrong. That's why I posed the question 1 week. What if fucking your cousin is the key to success? The royal family does it, but you know what?
But that's accepted. That's accepted.
The thing is,
within the,
as much as it's a fucking joke,
you're telling us not to do it, but they're doing it.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Something I wouldn't do.
I wouldn't do.
But we wouldn't do it because we've been conditioned not to do it.
Exactly. And that's
so we're promoting fucking cousins.
As much as that was a joke to be obscure and random to make everyone laugh, like, yo, you're fucked up, Malone. It's actually coming from a point of truth, though. Yeah. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, you're taught to think and believe a certain way, and that's the problem with these fucking bigots in hip-hop and shit, these fucking white idiots, is they don't even realize they're racist because they're so fucking brainwashed. And the thing is, are they truly racist? I don't know. But they have a lot of the same ideologies that racist people have.
Or you know they have...
Well, no.
They convince themselves okay.
What I've noticed over the last 5 years, maybe a little bit more, and it specifically started with Trayvon Martin is when this shit started, or it started with Obama, is an innate sense of nationalism within particular people. Nationalism
Isn't it the same way Germany was divided up with the Nazis?
There you go. That's what nationalism is, and people do not understand it. So what nationalism is like, oh, this is my country, and if you don't do this, then, you know what I'm saying, get the fuck out of my country. I own this. My family came here. Fuck your family. We've been here longer. Or we got ours. And, you know what I'm saying? It's like a sense of like, hey man, we came here 4 generations ago, and we closed the border to anybody after, or they want to close the border or whatever. You know, it's like we're our country's better than yours, and you gotta fucking subscribe to this whole notion of country first and everyone last, and you can't be, you know, proud of anything other than this country. It's so fucking bullshit. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing as the Nazi thing, and that's why I don't watch the news, because I'm not gonna sit here and just read propaganda. If I'm gonna learn about the world the way it is, I'm doing fucking abstract research.
Right.
I'm gonna look into it, and that's what I said to you, and you're like, yeah, but to understand history, you gotta know where we're at, and I agree with you, but the thing is, history will tell you how you got here and why you got here. Now, if you read the version that the heroes wrote, history is written by those who own heroes. So you're going to get the same thing you're getting from the news. You have to read the abstract versions of history and then compile, because there's a little bit of truth in both.
Everything. Yeah.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, it's like, I would rather teach myself about things that maybe happened 500 years ago, but still relate to why we are the way we are now, than watch the news and watch some fucking perpetuated bullshit to fucking try to psychosis me into either being racist or
but you know what though?
Or that.
It all depends on
to the system.
But it all depends on what source you're looking at. Not all media sources try to brainwash you that way.
Not all of them do, but the thing is, at the end of the day, they all do to a degree.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but what I'm saying is and again, it depends. Okay, when I look at the local Caribbean newspapers that are for the community, that half the stuff that's in local papers never cover.
Yeah. Because
again, it's just not part of their propaganda machine.
Exactly.
When I read the Caribbean papers, I don't feel like I'm being brainwashed.
No, because you know what? There's a lot more positive stuff in there too, isn't there?
Of course.
So they talk about the dude in the neighborhood who saved the house. Well, with
all
the
types of shit.
kids in it. They talk about this and that.
Or
when you watch mainstream news,
but that's what I'm saying.
It's not about that.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
go to sources.
Your local news sources are
good. Whether local or not, go to sources that you know don't have that type of bias.
There's not many of them.
But who cares? Go to them.
The bottom line is this, though.
That's it.
The bottom line is
that
this.
Are like that get compromised because the way the internet works is, once you got the internet, a lot of people got to be able to communicate, and you started to be able to get messages across, and things about conspiracies and stuff, things that could be very detrimental to the powers that be. You know what else you got? You got a bunch of fucking idiots, like the same people who write the Toronto fucking, the Sun or the Star was it you said? The Sun.
Star.
A bunch of idiots who read wild out conspiracy theories like Earth is flat. And now you have these types of people writing for these independent news sources because they're abstract thinkers. But the thing is, they're not even reputable in their research.
Just go to the sources that you know.
Research history.
Yeah, you can. It's both.
That's it.
Whether you research history, it doesn't tell you about today.
No, but you can recognize patterns. But that's the thing. If you research history, you can recognize patterns to understand what is happening today. And you can't recognize patterns, though, if you're not taking a look at what's happening. So you have to...
We're not walking around with
put like this, but listen, though. Listen, hold on.
It's done subconsciously through what your media you're taking.
So you research that, and you see patterns going on right now. What do you do about it? Just recognize a pattern?
No, you recognize those patterns, and you gotta.
Because this is what I'm saying.
You gotta organize and try to do something.
This is what I'm saying. Because the people that believe in what's going on right now, that might seem like it's a pattern of something in the past, they don't see that as that.
No, because they don't even know.
Some do, some don't. And if they do know, like there are people in neo-Nazis that do know. Do you think they care? No. They want it to be like that.
Well, no. Well, that's the thing.
Neo-Nazis should not exist in this side of the
the thing about propaganda is what people forget about propaganda is the only way it works is that it has to appeal to certain groups of people to be more beneficial to them than others. You can't just put propaganda out there that's equally beneficial to people or not beneficial to anyone. There always has to be a segregated group in which they're going to feel like, my nuts are getting rubbed right now. This is sick. You know what I mean? A lot of times it's used.
That was so random. What a random ass quote.
Like I said, not every source. Like I said, not every source is like that. Therefore, you don't have to worry about that. Just go to the sources that you know don't have that. And even if you do look at propaganda, I go and I watch fucking alt-right videos. It's not gonna change me.
No, because you're looking at it from a good perspective.
No, it's not a good or bad perspective.
You're not looking at it from an influence.
Of course.
No.
That's the
so
problem.
You said it right there yourself. The word is perspective. Yeah. And not a lot of people, not a lot of people, certain people, because a lot of people do have it, certain people specifically the people who are trying to, fuck over the others, they don't have the perspective of what it's like to maybe be a minority. No. They have the perspective of, hey, this right. So, and then that's another thing too I was gonna touch on, which is at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is survival, right? So you know what I'm saying. So it boils down to so many different motherfucking things. But the main thing is perspective. And you know what I'm saying. Again, if I say the sun rises in front of my window every day at 6:37 a.m. and you say no because you live over here, it rises in front of my window every day at 6:41 p.m. Who's wrong? It's all the perspective of.
It's the same example. Hold on a second. And you're only as smart as you're taught.
Well, here's the problem.
Why these people have this dumb perspective is because they've been raised to have it.
To a certain extent.
And that's why I'm saying, that's why I don't pay attention to mainstream media because that's all it is doing. It is conditioning you. That's how you get these bigots in hip hop. How else do you get them? Well, the culture you love is black. You grow up listening to music about.
But it's not.
I don't understand it at all.
I don't understand how you can. People like, it's not black culture anymore.
But I get what Maloney's saying. But no. I get what Maloney's saying. But I get what he's saying. That's like, dude. Imagine. I'm
sarcastic.
But imagine watching. It's like imagine watching UFC and some guy comes out with a big Nazi swastika in the middle of his forehead, And he's like the
like
illest, but he's the illest like taekwondo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu fight. Like he knows all these foreign styles, and he comes out, looking like a dude from American History X. You'd be like, yo, what? This doesn't make any sense. Like you're totally fucking off like Asian culture and these other cultures where these martial arts derived from,
you
right?
Could easily have a person like that.
Yeah.
Because everyone's perspective.
But it's weird.
The same, and I like the example you use because it coincides with the same example I always use when I talk about this exact topic, and people are only as fucking smart as they're taught. And it's the same thing. My example is way more extreme and different, but I'm saying the exact same thing.
Right.
My example I always use is if you had a kid. Yeah. Locked it up in a fucking basement until it was 20 years old. But you home taught it, and knew how to read, write, and knew the difference of English language and different things and colors. And, like it wasn't an idiot. Yeah. But you told it, the sky is green, grass is blue, and pavement is purple. But you taught it what real colors were.
Didn't they make that movie with Brandon Fraser?
The first time, that kid would be so fucked up in its head.
Of course.
Or the vice versa. You don't teach them a color scheme, and when they walk out, they will walk around the rest of their life believing that this is purple, this is green, and this is blue.
Didn't they make that movie with Brandon Fraser, where he was locked in a
whole life?
Yeah, man. Like he was locked in that cellar for like 25 years because his parents thought the atomic bomb went off or whatever.
Oh shit! What? And it's the same kind of thing?
Yeah, he comes out and he's like, "Yo, this world's crazy. What's going on here?" He's got the perspective from like the 40s or whatever, but it's like the 90s or something or 70s.
That's trippy.
That's old ass movie. It's a comedy, man.
I think Brandon Fraser's whack. That's probably why.
That's like a 20-year-old movie, man.
Oh, okay. It goes to the exact same point you're making, though.
Alicia Silverstone was in it.
But at this point, right? Knowing that we know, the we'll just use the hip hoppers as an example, because I was getting these conversations about if it's black culture or not, which I'm getting tired of having those conversations.
It is a stupid conversation because it is, and if you disagree, then
whatever. But at the end of the day, what can be done to let people come to a certain level of understanding? Because regardless if you like, as us, we look at history, whatever. But most people, they don't want to look at history, and they only want to see the propaganda, and they're part of this culture.
Do you know why propaganda?
But are they part of the culture?
Well, no, they're not. And you know what? This is why propaganda works, because it goes exactly what you're saying. Is everything is about self-perseverance at the end of the day. So if you can be convinced that self-perseverance is based on race, then no matter how much you love hip hop and no matter how many heroes of yours are black, you're always going to have that perspective, like, I won't say the rapper's name, but always gets offended when people say rap is black culture, and he's always like, that's cringe and shit like that. And it's like, you sound cringe saying that, because you are showing a deeper level within yourself that you feel a need and a sense of self-preservation.
Who the hell says that?
I do not feel that. If my self-preservation is in myself.
I have a question. I have a question.